everyone. In case you missed it, this is what happened in round 9. West Coast has easily accounted for Richmond in the much-anticipated top-of-the-table clash, running out 47-point victors over the reigning premiers at Optus Stadium. The Eagles got plenty of drive from their midfield, Andrew Gaff finishing with 24 touches and a goal, while Elliot Yeo overcame an ankle scare to finish with 29 possessions, a major, and this crunching tackle on Dustin Martin. Jack Rewalt was the Tigers' best with 5 goals, but when it came to best of field honours, you couldn't go past Jack Darling, who the visitors had no answer to.
Brilliant hit out, straight down the throat of Hutchings to Darling, again out of the middle. West Coast unbelievable. It was excellent work out of the centre by West Coast, and now Jack Darling has got 6, a career best.
Brisbane has finally notched its first win of the season and doing it in style, thrashing Hawthorn by 56 points at the Gabba on Sunday night. In a strange sight, Luke Hodge played his first game against the club he captained to 3 straight flags, and while he was a solid contributor, it was another star recruit who stole the show for the Lions, with former Crow Charlie Cameron kicking 2 goals, setting up a few others and lodging a strong contender for Mark of the Year.
Long ball deep inside 50. Gunson, what a mark over the top. Will it be paid to Cameron? He's hurt the head of his own man then. He got up so high.
Jeez, that was a big leap.
It was a sensational grab.
Melbourne has recorded its biggest ever win over Carlton, embarrassing the Blues by 109 points at the MCG on Sunday afternoon. The Demons poured on 22 goals to 4 after quarter time to obliterate Brendan Bolton's men and record their first 100-point win since 2004. Jake Melksham kicked 5 goals, and Tom McDonald and Alex Neil-Bullen kicked 4 each. Clayton Oliver putting the margin into 3-figure territory.
There's the advantage. Here's another one. This time it's Oliver. There's the ton. Boy, they come from everywhere for a massive, massive victory.
They were supposed to be a juggernaut that was going to dominate the competition for years, but injuries and now form slump sees Greater Western Sydney struggling in 11th spot and on this week's agenda. After only 1 win and a draw in their past 5 games, the Giants started slowly in Hobart against North Melbourne before leading at half-time. But after the main break, the Kangaroos kicked 10 goals to 2, Ben Brown kicking 5 of his own in the third term to run out 43-point winners. Coach Leon Cameron conceding his side has plenty of work to do to turn around its faltering season.
Clearly our last 3 weeks we're struggling to play a brand of footy that is accepted. But I'm confident that we can, with right education and honest feedback, that our guys will be able to come out the other side.
Sydney's comfortable 59-point win over Fremantle at the SCG on Saturday could come at a cost, with superstar forward Lance Franklin set to come under scrutiny from the match review officer. Freo defender Joel Hamling was left bloodied and eventually ruled out of the game with concussion after this stray elbow from Franklin in the second quarter. That was the only concern for the Swans, though, with Buddy kicking 3 goals in his return from a heel injury and Isaac Heaney putting in a nomination for Mark of the Week.
Rampy out to... Heaney! Lovely little elevation from Isaac Heaney to underline his talent.
Yeah, nice standing jump.
Out of contract and with his form out of this world, hot pie Jordan De Goey just keeps increasing his market value with a white-hot performance in the Magpies' 28-point win over St Kilda. De Goey kicked 6 goals. It came after an off-season blighted by an off-field indiscretion and a hamstring injury. The 22-year-old's return to the senior side in round 4 has given the Pies some much-needed X-factor around goal. He now has 15 majors for the season.
Cut back around Caulfield. Can he kick it from there? De Goey. Ben. Oh, Jordan De Goey. Great goal.
And in the biggest upset of the round on Saturday, Geelong was definitely stone cold against an Essendon side that had been bordering on freezing the past few weeks. The under-fire Bombers were all over the napping Cats with blistering ball movement and fierce pressure. Coach Chris Scott admitting there's nowhere to hide after the upset 34-point loss.
Sweeping this one under the carpet. We'll stand up, hopefully put our guard up a little bit, take the whacks that we deserve, quite rightly, and we'll be whacking ourselves pretty hard. I can give you the tip. But as I said, the response is the most important thing.
Port Adelaide has made it 2 wins from 2 appearances against Gold Coast in China, with a 42-point win and a wet weather slog in Shanghai. The inclement conditions didn't deter a near-capacity crowd, and they witnessed Suns' first game at Jacob Heron join the first goal club. But Port kicked clear after half-time with 5 goals to 1. Sam Powell-Pepper with the best of them.
Bouncing ball, he does get there, takes them on, got to the goal line and goaled it. There's your highlight. I've been waiting all afternoon for something like that.
A 4-goal performance from Eddie Betts in his 100th game for the club has seen Adelaide cruise to a 37-point win over the Western Bulldogs in torrential rain on Friday night. The mercurial goal snake was clearly best of field in the trying conditions, with his skills and nous around the big sticks leaving the young Bulldogs bewildered.
And now Becks with an opportunity about 50 metres out. Oh, yes! Yes! Yes!
Play of the round time now, and it's been a big 7 days for Magpie Tom Phillips. Last week, the Collingwood midfielder joked via a tweet he had taken a nap on the MCG after being concussed while kicking a goal against Geelong. And on Saturday night against St Kilda, Phillips paid homage to that sleep on the hallowed turf with this unique celebration after a goal in the third term.
Tom Phillips bends it around 5 goals in a row to Collingwood.
Adding to that, it was a big night for the Phillips family, with mum and dad in attendance. The impressive ball winner lined up against younger brother Ed, who was playing his second game for the Saints. The pair started the game opposed to each other on the wing, with plenty of banter to come throughout the contest. Let's take a look at the ladder now after round 9, and West Coast move into top position. Richmond dropped back to second. Melbourne has jumped to third spot after their big win over the Blues, while North is perched nicely in 7th place. At the other end, Brisbane's breakthrough win has lifted them off the ladder, the bottom of the ladder I should say, with a 19% gap between the last place Blues and Lions. And that's another episode of In Case You Missed It, done and dusted. And in case you missed her, Ned Edwards will be back on deck next week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon on afl.com.au.